SoundOff, Louisiana's premier television sports talk show, welcomes you to the round table of sports debate with the three wise guys. SoundOff begins now.
How about two nail biters and a blowout to get you cranked up for this week's show? Oh my God, a howdy to you out there from SoundOff at ESPN at LaBerge. That's right there, circling the round table as we've been doing for the last 30 years. That would be the three wise guys, Guidry, Hobbs, and Sarah right here. Woo. And we always promise, well, most of the time, we promise.
Keep bringing this up.
What?
29 years for Kevin.
29 years for him. Got to get the jab in.
That's the 29,
right. All right.
Man.
It's going to be the best 30 minutes of opinions, insight, and entertainment you're going to find in TV land.
In Southwest Louisiana.
This part of the set. All right. I flipped the coin, and it came up black and gold. So we're going to start with the New Orleans Saints' big rout over the Dallas Cowboys. I didn't do it, but I love it. I love it. The Saints topping the Stars.
Mr. Cyril, that's your team. I'll let you go first.
Okay. No, I'm not. No, I'm not going to go first. I'm not going to. I'm just going to. No. Remember the last 2 weeks.
Oh, I know.
Okay. Game 1 was spectacular. You poo-pawed that. Game 2, we're going to call super spectacular. Are you going to go with us on this at 44-19 over the Cowboys?
No, not at all.
You're not even going to say.
And that was calling the dogs off. Let me just say that.
You're right.
So
You're right.
I guess we're going to let Dennis Allen keep his job another week.
It's early, but look. I'll admit when I'm wrong. I like what I'm seeing.
Did anybody see this coming?
No.
Not this margin of victory at Dallas. No.
And let me say this, guys. You know what? There comes a point in time where I think the scheme and like what we talked about, Kubiak being there.
Yep.
Rick, that was a hell of an addition for the Saints to bring this guy in. I'll be perfectly honest with you. I've never seen the Saints motion that much, get out of different formations. I've never seen the Saints.
Before you get too excited, we're going to move the helmets because it's going to go flying with you.
That deep. I've never seen the Saints throw the ball that deep that often.
Huge. Just a 180 flip from Pete Carmichael.
You got to say right now, you know what this is like? This is like 2019 when LSU brought in Joe Brady.
Exactly. No, you're exactly right on that. You're exactly right.
Their offensive coordinator.
And not to really drive that stake into the Cowboy fans.
Why
not? Why not? Let's do it. This beatdown looked a whole lot like the Packers beatdown of the Cowboys in Jerry World last playoff year.
I forgot about that until people were talking about it.
Right now, can we reconfigure the NFC South? I mean, because it doesn't look the same right now.
No.
Okay.
You got the Bucs 2-2. We'll get into that. We'll get into that on Thursday's show. All right. I went back and looked at all of his 17 wins as head coach of the Saints. This is it.
Oh, no doubt, Rick.
you think?
No, I
had to check, though.
You had to research it?
I had to check.
Rick, we have drugged.
I didn't want to miss anything.
We have drugged Dennis Allen so much on this show.
You're right.
So I know this has got to be his best performance, okay?
I mean, I didn't research it like you, but there aren't many more impressive wins going back to the Breeze, Sean Payton.
Look. Margin of victory.
Yeah.
I mean, and just
I seem to remember one year in the regular season, they destroyed the Patriots. And maybe that one would compare.
I comment about it a lot, and you're in school to say, did you see the interaction with Dennis Allen and his players in this game?
He came out of his shoes on some touchdowns.
Did you guys see this?
He came out of his shoes.
This is what I've been talking about.
I'm the one that's always on about his sideline demeanor.
Players respond to that kind of stuff, Rick.
That's why this one really stands out for him. And look, what really also stands out outside of just, what is it now, 15 straight scoring drives. Either touchdown or field.
This one ended on an interception. But keep in mind, the only reason they didn't score another one against Charlotte, Carolina, they didn't try.
They didn't try.
Look, a lot of it does start in the trenches. You've got to start with the O-line. And look, I'll admit it, I thought Mickey Loomis didn't bring in enough help. Penning was solid. Fuega on the left side, solid. The line was solid.
Where did that go? You know, I'm watching this whole game, and I'm like, where did these guys come from? But particularly the offensive line. But I mean, good grief.
You didn't see much of that in preseason. And yes, it's play calling. Yes, it's movement.
Yeah, it
but
is.
You know better than anybody. It's man on man.
It's
You
man on
got to
man.
beat
Rick,
your man.
Rick, let me tell you
and
something.
They're beating their man. They beat Dallas.
That Dallas
So
defense.
Dennis Allen is out of his outhouse.
Just a little bit.
Go down.
Just a little bit.
Doghouse, I
Just a
guess
little
I
bit.
should
Yeah.
say.
But
And Kamala.
I know what he's been watching now.
Where did that come from? Kamara. Just say
I
know what he's been
41. Just say
watching now.
41.
Kamara is out of the old folks' home.
Look.
I don't know if he was
Still
ever in it,
got
but
it.
Let me say this, guys. We have to give the Saints offensive line a little bit of credit because
A lot of
that
credit.
was one of the question marks we had going into the season. Can they protect Carr? Because the main thing is for Carr to be a performance like your boy Rick say he is.
he's
got to stay upright.
He needs that
But
extra second.
They had 3 All-Pro defensive players on Dallas that they kept off of Carr. Did y'all know that?
11
3
was a
All-Pro
non-factor.
defensive players on the Dallas
Parsons
line.
was a non-factor. The defense for Dallas was
That's
a
the
non-factor.
first time I've seen him frustrated in all the years he's been playing.
I
That
mean,
is the first time I've seen him
and again,
frustrated.
that's Kubiak's schemes. That's his
It
motion.
is.
That's
It
his
is.
misdirection.
It is.
That's Kamara just would not be stopped. He wouldn't be stopped. He slivered through holes that just weren't there, really.
I kept saying, at some point, it looked like the Saints, everything they tried worked.
It worked.
Yeah.
I mean, for 2 straight games,
Yeah.
everything they
Can you-
tried.
Except one missed PAT. I don't know where that
Can
came
you
Yeah,
see how
and that spoiled the perfect game.
Yeah, really.
That's the first time I really saw his speed. That's what kind of speed he's got. When he got to the outside, I mean, Rick, it was a non-factor.
He's reinvigorated.
It was over.
He's reinvigorated. He knows this offense will give him options. I'm talking about 41.
Big options,
Kamara.
Rick. Big options.
And Taysom Hill, too.
Yeah.
And Shaheed and
They didn't
Olave.
know how to guard against
They're
him.
buying in, and
They
it's
didn't know
working.
how to guard against
now,
him, man.
let's be careful now. All right, it's early.
Oh,
The
yeah.
upcoming teams,
People are
they're
going
to have tape
You
on.
can believe the Eagles going to be looking at this too, Rick.
Exactly.
Okay.
So Kubiak has to kind of tweak it a little bit too, you know.
Can I give one
Good
plug?
luck with that.
One plug from my guys. Have you
Oh,
heard of the
my.
name that I kept saying from
Kool-Aid
Alabama?
McKinstry.
Y'all didn't want to believe me.
You were right.
Y'all did not want to believe me. I
Great
said this
game
boy
by
would be
the
one of the
rookie.
best corners
He
coming out of
did.
Alabama.
Great
He
game by
did.
the
He
rookie.
did
We're going to
have a
get
great
into
game.
Thank you.
the
Thank
defensive effort later on, if not in this show on Thursday. Hey, the Max Bar and Grill at the National Golf Club in Westlake has your
Yes.
winning game plan as well for lunch, dinner, and weekend brunches. The grill fires up great steaks and burgers, fresh seafood, pasta and salads, and as I like to say, it's always gumbo season. Great service,
Yes, it is.
great prices, and just the right time for all your family. Open 7 days a week. Put it down. The Max Bar and Grill.
And it's good. The Miller Lights win the big game.
You're right, Luke. Miller Lite is less filling and tastes great.
Wait, is this a dream?
No, Luke. This is a Miller Lite commercial.
What are you doing with the Johnson sofa?
They had a pipe break. Water leaked all over.
Really?
I'm a Roto-Rooter plumber.
Really?
We do water cleanup too.
Really?
Yeah.
Call Roto-Rooter for plumbing and water cleanup.
Locally owned Roto-Rooter of Southwest Louisiana does it all. Plumbing, drain cleaning, and water cleanup.
Now's the perfect time to enjoy your amazing backyard. Unless you have a mosquito problem, contact the experts at J&J Exterminating and take advantage of $50 off initial service. Make this summer the best ever with J&J Exterminating.
J&J Exterminating. Yeah.
There's nothing chill about a hot, sweaty line. Unless you add Mountain Cold Refreshment. Coors Light. Choose chill.
All right, we still have 2 huge comeback wins to talk about, McNeese and LSU. We got
Yes.
that coming up. First, reminding you that SoundOff brought to you by locally owned and operated Roto-Rooter of Southwest Louisiana.
Good
Expert
partner.
crews of plumbers, drains, and they do water
They do it
cleanup
all,
as well. And it's an easy call for termite protection and full exterminating. That's J&J Exterminating. They've been protecting Louisiana for over 60 years. Give those folks.
Our good friend
and they
Tim.
do mosquito control. The mosquitoes are back, by the way.
They are back.
Call J&J. All
are
right, we're going to keep you guessing on how we think and feel about LSU's comeback win coming up in the next segment.
Okay.
That
I don't
is
know if I can wait, but
that's a TVT.
I'll do
All
my
right,
best.
Let's get to McNeese's nail-biter 28-24 win
I say
over
one
Stephen
thing
F.
about
Austin.
that
Go
game
ahead, sir.
before
Wait a
he-
minute. Who's
he
running for
jumps
president
in?
again? Is it Kamara or Kamala? Is Kamara now in the race? Is
He ought to
Kamara is
be.
41 running for president? I want to know that.
He ought to be.
my goodness.
We're not touching that.
Oh my goodness. Oh
We're
my
not.
goodness.
What you got?
I've seen a lot of football.
Yes, you
Okay,
have.
you have.
Okay. if that was football Saturday night at Cowboys Stadium, it was the most bizarre football game I have ever seen.
There were things.
Yeah.
There were things. One play in particular I've never seen in my life.
I know what you're talking about too.
Never seen in my life.
I know what you're talking about.
We've seen Hail Marys, but
that fumble that goes out the end zone.
I've never seen.
That's crazy, Rick. That's crazy.
And we'll explain that in a minute.
Yeah, we will.
That was.
No, you're right about that.
But that whole game.
It was just, it was a head scratcher to say the least. Look, again, let me go back to this. Under the circumstances of where this program is, the Cowboys just clawing their way. Here's my clawing their way back.
Shouldn't be that hard though, Rick.
To get to the upper tier of the Southland.
It proved McNeese won't make anything easy. Because to me, Stephen F. was trying to give them that game, and they wouldn't take it.
But
for
my
the
point
longest
is,
time.
I'm going back to the first segment. This might be Gary Goff's signature win so far. Think about it, of where he's trying to go.
Wait now, Rick.
I looked at some
I
games.
don't know how good Stephen F. is.
I don't know
going
how
to
good
turn
Stephen F.
it up being.
I don't know.
They're not as
Even
bad
if
as you
not
might
that
think.
good, Rick.
Okay, they've got two guys on that defensive line that, according to our buddy who hosts Poke Nation, were having NFL scouts in their practice sessions.
Yeah. Okay.
Two guys for Stephen F. Austin, and they were non-factors. So anyway, I'm getting off track here. Look, they didn't play their best game, and Gary Goff after the game said, "Look, I'm not going to apologize. It's a win." Much like Southern, right?
You don't apologize for a win.
It wasn't great, but they gutted out and they grinded out.
But look, this is my point, Rick, that I want to bring up. And can we give them a pass for this? I don't know. You've got 8 brand new guys playing for the first time together on that McNeese team.
Well, there's a lot more than that, but
Well,
you might be talking about probably.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, there's
your
maybe
playmakers.
4 or 5 on offense.
Your playmakers, Rick. And should Gary Goff be given a little bit more time, or should we say, when you bring in a new staff and new players? But my thing is this: why does it seem when I watch the Cowboys, it look like it's straining for me to see how that offense is working, Rick?
If Gary Goff was sitting here, I've
It's
asked
straining.
him for like 3 or 4 straight weeks
to see.
Again, quick start, quick. I don't think he and his staff have it pegged yet. In Monday presser, he says they're looking at things to do something different. Now, I asked him, can you share? And of course, he's like, you're not going to share. But no, they know about it. They just can't get it going early enough. And it is mind-boggling. It's very frustrating.
We can look at some of the play calling. I think Goff is a good coach. And I think given the right pieces, because that's what it's going to take for this McNeese offense to really, really do well, Rick. You got to put the right pieces in place for it to work. And for some reason right now, I don't think the right pieces are in place.
I asked him about identity of the offense. We always talk about that. And I don't think that's a thrown-out cliche.
No.
I don't know if they have a true identity yet, to your point. What kind of football was it? But part of his identity, because I've been quizzing him on the heavy rotation of receivers and the heavy rotation of running back.
It's been a lot, Rick.
And Goff says that's part of their identity. They're going to rotate a lot of playmakers to see who clicks. But I'm not going to argue against it just yet.
How can you get a player in some type of rhythm if you don't keep him in there enough, Rick?
I think
the thing that's blowing my mind, I got to say this, Rick. Why did the Citizen kid come to McNeese?
I think Trevante Citizen, I think he looks like a back to me that he needs to be in there and get about 8 to 10 to 12 reps in a row.
What's going on with that situation? This guy left Miami. He was going to play for Miami if he wouldn't have gotten hurt.
Yeah, he couldn't get any playing time. Right? He had guys in front of him. But okay.
Can I be Debbie Downer?
Go ahead. Be the Debbie Downer. You didn't like what you saw on the field. I thought it was fun.
No.
It was bizarre.
I don't have I didn't like what I saw after the play.
Yeah. On a couple of them.
How can your 10th year quarterback
Yeah.
Not once, but twice.
Yep.
I mean, okay, once you got a little excited. That could have cost them the game the second time.
I know.
Yeah. I agree
What
with you.
in the world?
I know.
I agree with
I
that.
mean, we've had him on our show.
I know.
He seems like a good kid.
And
what in the world goes through these kids' mind? It doesn't matter. The team doesn't matter if I've got to show off.
He lost his cool and he knows he was wrong.
Okay, once.
I know. The kicking of the helmet, I'd never seen that one.
Yeah.
That
A
was
guy's
the
helmet,
new
he's
one on me.
he's chasing the helmet, kicking it. That's kind of bizarre in his
That
own right.
was, Rick.
But he threw his
an excitable guy.
He threw the ball.
Ripped his ball.
Excitable guy. And you're right. And they all say,
let your linebackers be excitable. You don't want your quarterback doing that.
Act like you've been there.
I can see throwing the ball, but kicking the helmet out.
And he's been there. He's been in the national championship game.
I know. I'm with you. I'm with you. All right.
That'll get fixed.
The Hail Mary, I don't think anybody has a good angle on it.
No, I finally saw one.
Did you?
Yes.
I hadn't seen
it.
This afternoon. I don't even remember where.
The entire city of Nacogdoches.
Everybody was there, Rick.
The entire city of Nacogdoches was in the end zone for Stephen F. Austin, and they come up with the ball. But that weird play with Bryce Strong running, he fumbles. If you were at the game, you saw.
In the air to the guy.
And the guy, Stephen F., picks it up. He's going like 40 yards, almost untouched.
And
he decides to switch hands for some reason.
It wasn't one of those deals, where they drop the ball on their own.
He just fumbled.
Yeah.
And the ball goes out of the end zone.
In the air.
It's just, I've never seen that.
That was crazy.
2 fumbles, and McNeese gets the ball back.
That saved McNeese, though.
Because it was a touchdown.
Yeah, that saved them.
It was a touchdown. I don't know. Look, the defense, guys. Look, give credit. The defense gave up a ton of yards.
They did.
Yeah.
But they're playing their tails off. That's a quote from Goff, and they are keeping this team really in the game.
When the offense can help them, this is the result of what happens, Rick.
Complimentary
the
football,
put
right?
Something in the pot too.
Complimentary football. All right, you ready?
I'm ready.
Tigers and Gamecocks. Oh my! When we come back, stay there.
Hey, mister, are you a roto-rooter plumber?
Guilty.
Did you fix what flooded my house?
Sure did.
Toilet overflow?
Nope.
Pipe break?
Getting warmer.
Busted water heater?
Nailed it.
How long can you hold your breath? Is that your real hair? What's the birds and the bees? Do you know where my grandma is?
I don't know.
What's next?
Wrapping up the water cleanup.
You do that too?
We do both.
Fair enough.
Call Roto-Rooter for plumbing and water cleanup. Yeah, we do both.
Locally owned Roto-Rooter of Southwest Louisiana does it all. Plumbing, drain cleaning, and water cleanup.
I love being an adult because bringing a fruit platter to a party takes on a whole new meaning. Don't tell anyone it's store-bought. Simply Spiked. It's getting juicy.
What's bugging you?
Is it ants? They're crazy, tiny, irritating pests outside trying to get in. At J&J, we offer weapons to locate, eliminate, and prevent their entering your home or business. Let us take care of what's bugging you. Contact us today for a free inspection.
It is good. The Miller Lights win the big game.
You're right, Luke. Miller Lite is less filling and tastes great.
Wait, is this a dream?
No, Luke. This is a Miller Lite commercial.
All right, welcome back to Sound Off, coming to you from ESPN Bet at LeBear's. Guys, we would need an hour to unpack this LSU South Carolina.
I don't even know where to start, Rick.
It's back and forth.
I don't even know where to start.
You recognize this? I mean, there was a third team on the field. I'm so frustrated, but that's beside the point.
That is the most flags you've ever seen thrown.
Brian Kelly's getting probably raked over the coals all weekend on social media.
No doubt.
Get it. I
Not
get
really
it.
that bad that I've seen.
It is a little head scratcher, mind-boggling. Again, 2-1, 2 straight weeks, 3 straight weeks of just clunky and misfiring and backfiring, and what's going on? I mean,
you know my deal. Yeah, they made a ton of mistakes, and Kelly says get them cleaned up. You're not ever going to get them all cleaned up.
Nah.
Not all of it.
What they know now, though, is they can overcome them.
There you go.
Yeah,
that's how you win.
Yeah, you're right.
You're
right.
But wait now.
You talk about adversity a lot.
You can overcome them with a team that's not going to make them.
Yeah.
Watch what you say now.
That's unranked South Carolina.
Watch what you say now.
Every team is going to make them.
The problem I have is two problems.
Only 2?
What happens if Sellers doesn't get hurt the second half?
They lose.
That's one.
I'm not sure on that one.
No.
We'll never know.
Number 2.
I'm sorry.
Number 2, Scooter.
He was hot.
And maybe we missed it. Maybe you missed it, Rick. Where the hell has this freshman been? The running back.
Caden Durham.
Where has he been?
About number 5.
Number 5, Rick.
I don't know about what would keep a freshman running back out of the lineup? Pass protection, my guess.
Yeah.
The way he performed, hell with it, Scooter.
Yeah, well,
hell with it,
to
Scooter.
me, that
the way he performed.
If you're looking through all the screwy stuff and needing some fortunate calls to win this game, there was a hint of a running game for the first time all year.
Thank you, Scooter.
Yeah.
And the thing about it,
but it wasn't just him. And all he did run well.
He
Don't get me wrong.
ran well, Scooter.
But the offensive line did run blocking a little better.
The thing that bothers me, guys, we're getting these wins over teams that's not even ranked. Guys, Ole Miss is number 4.
5. Alabama's 4.
Okay.
Alabama's 4.
I saw today Ole Miss was 4.
No, they're 5.
5. Okay. Those
You're
are
looking
two
ahead.
Teams,
You're
those
looking
are
ahead.
two teams that we have to
You
play.
got UCLA coming up. You're looking ahead.
Kevin, and look at that sky coming
It's
down.
falling.
This is after a win.
Okay, now look. Remember now, Scooter. Remember now. The season's long.
It is long. Keep that in mind. It is.
You can't have 2 losses and get into the playoff.
Yeah, you can.
Yes,
yeah,
you can.
3, you're out. 2, you can. Come on,
Three,
Kevin. Yeah, it's
two,
a 12 team.
2, you can.
You got to have some. Look, this is on the
There
road
you go
at
again.
South Carolina.
You got to get some help. You got to get some help to get it if you got 2 losses.
Yeah, of course.
I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that.
I know
Rick.
you do. I know you do.
I don't want to hear that.
Right now, they're not a playoff team.
No, they're not.
No, they're not.
They
Obviously,
got a ways to go to get there.
They do.
Guillory, the D tackle in the middle was a big. You can
It
tell
was.
that. I mean,
It
what
was,
is it?
Rick.
66,
It
75
was.
yards,
Yeah.
right up the gut. Right up by Sanders and Sellers and the entire city of Columbia seemed to be running up the middle on LSU.
And that can't happen.
They got to
That-
fix it.
that
But let me
cannot
tell you, you're the defensive expert. I kind of saw some really good things in the second half. Did I not from this defense?
Look, this is my thing.
There were a lot of 3 and outs, a lot of punts.
I'm starting to understand the psyche
With
of
the backup quarterback.
of what the defensive coordinator, what the guys are doing on defense. The reason why I think that they've been moving Perkins for the one reason is you put Weeks in there, team's going to attack him. And it was evident.
He's a good tackler.
He's a good tackler, but he's not a good cover linebacker. Weeks
can't have it
Rick,
all.
Well,
but I'm
Weeks
saying,
is going to play in the middle.
yeah, but what I'm saying,
They're going to play
They move
Perkins on the strong side.
right? But they went at him a couple times, Rick, and was successful, and they kept going at him.
Are you guys?
They kept going at him.
Okay, you guys kind of with the purple and gold halo. Are you seeing enough impact out of Harold Perkins?
It's coming.
Is he using
It's
him
coming.
like
Not
a,
yet,
seem
but
like
I
a
think-
decoy
But I think it's
sometimes
coming.
to get
I
a
think
double
it's
team
coming.
on the block?
I think
Yeah,
it's
to open up
but-
somebody else?
But I think they're figuring their defense out.
Well,
You
yeah,
remember, they got a lot of
under
new
repair.
faces,
They do.
and they got a new coordinator.
But
and it's
Spears?
taking them a little while.
You have to watch.
He's a freshman, is he not?
Yeah, 2 of them. There was 2
And
back
then
there.
Bro,
There was 2 back there that was freshmen.
Armand Bro, freshman
Look,
on the D line.
They had, Rick, look,
smokes,
you have to
man.
play him, Rick.
I
You
know.
got to play him. My thing is this: when you go against teams such as Ole Miss and Alabama,
Oh no! Oh no! They got to play Ole Miss. They just shut the school down.
see you. Look, this is what bothers me, guys. I know it's early, but it's coming. If they don't get this fixed, Rick, we don't need to even go on the field.
Well, okay.
We don't need to step foot on
The
the
good
field.
thing is
What do
you
you,
got.
what do you
being
think
honest.
Kentucky
The good thing is you
thought
got-
before they played Georgia.
You got UCLA.
Can you believe that?
You got UCLA and you got South Alabama before the
Yeah,
Rebels. So
yeah,
you
do,
got
Rick.
to
You
look.
do.
I'm going to steal
You know,
something from him.
LSU's like 19-point favorite.
Here it is.
Okay.
Here it is. I'm going to steal his word adversity.
Yeah.
All right. The good. All right. The good. Good, bad, and ugly.
Okay.
The good is they got through the adversity.
They
The
did.
bad
They did, Rick.
is they caused a lot of adversity.
They did.
The ugly is, again, why is it and why aren't they progressing? Why is this
you know,
the team
Rick,
not?
the
And
thing that
I know it's
bothers me-
early, but
No, well, I would
That's good, bad, and
disagree
ugly.
that they're not progressing.
You have a good point when you say that, Rick. But the thing is, will you
they're
have
down
that?
17-0, Scooter.
But this is what bothers
What
me,
was the
Rick.
final score?
They won. I'm with you.
This is what bothers me, Rick. You said they overcame it,
Yeah,
the
they did.
adversity and all of this stuff.
Yeah.
But Rick, for a really good team, you don't.
Doesn't that fall behind Ole Miss 17?
All right.
Scooter, it's over. He'll kill him.
Why are they play? Ole
He'll
Miss is
kill him.
going to win the national championship. Why are they even playing?
This young quarterback,
Man.
Garrett Nussmeier, I'm not worried about him, but he
that
had a couple
young.
of clowny plays.
Yeah,
He had
he got ahead of himself on a few of them.
Some people, I think if this show was in Columbia, was saying that hit by Kennard was not a penalty. which
Oh, that is
I think it was.
That is the.
I don't think.
I
it
think
was.
it was.
I don't think
Really?
It was. I'm a defensive player. That's what the kid
Well, it
did.
was not vicious.
That's what the
I
kid
mean,
did. I don't think
but
it was.
but
He got lucky.
it's kind of the Burrow rule.
It kind of is.
You remember
yeah.
from
oh,
the
I do remember that.
Well, that's
What
when
happened?
that rule came in effect because
yeah.
of that hit.
Yeah.
And this was nowhere near as vicious. No
it wasn't.
question.
Joe's was bad.
But you know,
yeah.
it
Rick, they
is.
got lucky, Rick. Anytime a player extends his hand,
It was blindside.
Yes, but anytime a player extends his hand
it was the
and not hit with the
blindside
body,
that got him.
that's kind of hard to
But
call
I can
that, Rick.
understand. I can understand.
It's kind of hard to call that.
That was a big play.
I understand South Carolina's
That was a big play.
frustration.
Yeah, that was a big play.
Yeah.
And I'm going to beat down on the refs.
Took a touchdown back.
If they would have not overruled that Kyron Lacey catch at the 4, it was going to be the worst call in college football history.
It would have been. Rick, it would have been. It would have been.
How did they not know he stepped like 2.5 steps?
That's why
You
they
just
got.
need 1 foot in college. You need 1 foot
Why
in
they
college,
have
man.
replay.
We got to
Just need
go.
1 foot.
Final round of the show coming up.
There's nothing chill about a hot, sweaty line. Unless you add Mountain Cold Refreshment. Coors Light. Choose chill.
J&J Exterminating is here for you with our water damage sanitation treatments and wood protective borate treatments. There is no charge for home evaluations. Contact your local J&J Exterminating professional.
Now's the perfect time to enjoy your amazing backyard. Unless you have a mosquito problem, contact the experts at J&J Exterminating and take advantage of $50 off initial service. Make this summer the best ever with J&J Exterminating.
J&J Exterminating. Yeah.
Hey, mister, did you fix what flooded my house?
Sure did.
Busted water heater?
Nailed it.
What's next?
Wrapping up the water cleanup.
You do that too?
We do both.
Fair enough.
Call Roto-Rooter for plumbing and water cleanup. Yeah, we do both.
Locally owned Roto-Rooter of Southwest Louisiana does it all. Plumbing, drain cleaning, and water cleanup. Welcome back. All right, I'm telling you now, don't miss Thursday's show because we're going to go back and do more deep dives on all of it. Don't miss Thursday's show. All right, new AP college football poll. Texas now number 1. Georgia bumped down to number 2. They struggle a little bit. Kudos to Arch Manning. How many touchdowns was it? 4?
4. Like
67-yard run.
See what Peyton said?
Woo!
No.
Those of us who know the whole Manning family tree, Peyton said, Arch is like my dad.
That would be Archie.
Fast and athletic.
Yeah.
He said, that gene did skip me and Eli.
It did.
But Arch got it.
He's the next great Texas quarterback. 6 SEC teams in the top 10.
You're not surprised, are you?
Dominant.
You're not surprised, are you?
Dominant.
Oh, you're not surprised, are you?
Okay. Billy Napier. $27 million buyout. Word reports that some Florida boosters are gathering the money.
Hey,
will he make the week? Will he make the week?
You saw that online, didn't you?
There were reports.
No. They would talk.
That
was talk on ESPN.
I think
that was on ESPN.
He keeps losing.
I know it doesn't, but why is it even coming up? What's that old saying, Rick? Where there's smoke.
I think he's probably cooked at the end of the year, but it's not happening this week like social media
Scary
says.
concussion again for Tua Tagovailoa. The whole hand thing again wobbly.
What's that, number 4 or number 3?
Some reports 3. I thought it was 4th concussion for this young man. He's 26, just signed a big deal.
Wow.
There are a lot of former players out there in the media and beyond saying it's time. Hang it up, Tua.
Well, let's let doctors, not former players, handle
Scooter.
this.
These are players that have taken hits.
Okay,
they have some validity.
Let's let.
It's his decision. I got it.
But my thing is, I want
it's scary.
see.
I just don't like all these talking heads that have been doing.
Somebody
as much
ask an opinion. I'm just repeating their opinion.
As I have.
We're out of time, Kevin. You want to do it on Thursday? We've got to run. We'll see you next time, right?